I kind of had a bit of a crazy night, just a little bit. So I kind of look a little bit crazy, but we're rolling with it. Naked social work, aka being a stripper. And this is a phrase that somebody today, one of my coworkers, my fellow naked social workers, this is something that she said because she was talking about the fact that she used to be a social worker. She was a social worker for like 5 years. And then she said, now I do the same thing, just naked. Now I'm a naked social worker. And I was like, yeah, it's literally the same thing. And we laughed about it because it's a joke, funny, haha, but it's true. It's 100% true. And this is something that every single stripper, every single sex worker knows, but mostly strippers. This other, the OnlyFans girls and guys, they're a little bit different because with OnlyFans, with the internet, like you're able to be a little bit more detached. There's more pay pigs that just want to give you money in exchange for being like a sub, So it's a bit more, you're able to be more detached. But specifically in the strip club, it's a care worker job. It literally is. It literally is because you go to the strip club and you can get anything you want. First of all, you can get a Dom. 100% you can get a Dom. You can get a sub. Okay, you can get, obviously, a therapist. We all know the trope of like a guy goes to the strip club for like cheap therapy. Cheap therapy. It's actually more expensive per hour than a therapist. Um, Naked therapy, essentially. You can go and get a therapist, and like obviously the quality of your therapy session will be dependent on the person you choose. You could choose somebody that will give you the hard truth, will be an asshole to you, slap you up and down, like be a bitch to you because that's the type of person you chose. That's the type of experience you chose. You can also choose someone who's going to be an angel to you, who's going to coddle you, massage you, talk to you really sweet and nice. And you can choose like a girlfriend approach, someone who's like going to be your girlfriend for the amount of time that you're paying them, or like a philosopher approach, which is like kind of what I do. Like honestly, my game at the strip club is literally the same things I be posting on YouTube. Like the exact same things that I post on YouTube are the conversations that I have with my clients at the strip club. It's like very much the same thing. I just like if somebody cares about what's actually going on in here, because not all of them do, I can shapeshift into like, you know, the whatever, kind of experience the person is looking for. But most of the time, I attract clients who want to kind of get to know what's in here. Not all of the time, but most of the time, I attract clients who are curious about what's in my head. And so I'll just like say my philosophical like spiel. I'll literally say the same thing I'd be talking about on my YouTube channel just to them. And they like it, obviously. Um, you can get your philosopher, you can get whatever kind of experience you want to get. The baddie experience, the the kind of dummy experience where the client feels super smart and big and the girl pretends to be, dumb, but obviously she's not because no stripper is dumb, by the way. If you think you're smarter than a stripper, you're not. You're being played. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna outsmart a stripper. And if you do, you're an asshole. Um, but yeah, you can kind of get any kind of, you can get like the weirdo emo girl. You can get any kind of experience you want to get, because usually there's a lot of variety at these venues, you know. But the one thing that everyone kind of has in common is that you're paying for a service that is more than lap dances. You're paying for a service that is more than a beautiful, godlike, naked body in front of you. You're paying for like social work. You're paying for that care worker that's in front of you. Just like how you would go to a therapist, a doctor, a nurse, a whatever kind of physician for your health, it's the same thing, except it's sexual health. And you're not always leaving, in the satisfied way that you want, obviously, because it's a strip club. Like, you're not leaving fully sexually satisfied, but you're leaving with a return that is more than just sexual gratification. It's also the act of somebody talking to you, flirting with you, speaking nice to you, coddling you in some kind of way. Hey, babe, like holding you, hugging you, kissing your cheek if end up treating that person nicely, give a good tip. Okay, bye, mwah, like you're, it's a kind of healing, and it's a kind of um, experience that it's more than sexual. It's always been a caretaking job, and it should be treated as such. Honestly, it should be respected as such, because it is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of emotional work. It's a lot of emotional labor. Even if the person is being a dom, or being like the stripper is being a dom, or being a bitch, or whatever it is that the person is choosing, the stripper is choosing to enact with that specific customer, it's always going to be so much emotional labor, because there's a wall. There's fully a wall right in front of you and the stripper, the client and the stripper, no matter what, no matter if you're a woman and the stripper is a woman, no matter if you're gay, queer, trans, like it really does not matter what kind of client you are, unless you have, it's like an extenuating circumstance where you have a specific relationship with that sex worker, with that stripper. It like really doesn't matter what your demographic is. Like, it's so much emotional labor for us as strippers, no matter who you are, no matter what you're asking for. Honestly, it's a lot of emotional work, just as much as being a doctor or being an actual therapist. And so many of the girls at the club are also therapists, or work in therapy settings, or like were social workers, or like training to be social workers or therapists. Like, it's the same people doing these things. And like, yeah, not all strippers care in the same way, for sure, but that doesn't remove the emotional weight of the job, because it is very emotionally taxing to pretend that you're into every single guy that is into you, and to pretend that every single guy is worth anything, because a lot of the time, like, we do have to pretend. A lot of the time, guys feel like they have such high self-importance, and we have to pretend that they do, so that we can, easily take their money. Not just because we want to take their money, but because we also need it to be easy. Because once a guy starts being annoying about the money, then it's like, okay, well, you already owe me this money probably, so like, why are you being so annoying about it? Like, it's like, that's another whole emotional weight of like, not only did I sit here, dance for you, talk to you, listen to you, talk about your problems or issues, or like give you advice, or just be a be a boob to fucking rest on. Not only did I do all of that, but now I have to like haggle you for the money that I'm owed, it's a lot of emotional work. Even if you don't like care, or you don't put in that same like effort into caring or getting to know the client, it's still so much emotional work just to show up. Like literally just to show up naked and dance in front of everyone and go up to people and ask for money in exchange for your naked body to be on top of their clothed body. Like that in and of itself is like so much energy that we're using to do that. You know, it literally is like being a naked social worker. Like the healing that people experience a lot of the time unknowingly, and then a lot of the time they're not even grateful because they don't even know the extent in which you've helped them or supported them. And if they do know, that's obviously amazing and it's great, and like that's the ideal, is that they are grateful and they do know. Most of the time they don't even fully realize the extent in which they're like what they're receiving. Like they don't even realize like what they're actually receiving from the interaction. And it's a lot. It's literally being a naked social worker. Like it's so healing just in general. Like if you think about the female body, specifically like strip clubs that are for female bodies, like the female body is where life comes from. So it's life force energy, life giving energy. You know how magical that is? You know how godly that is? To be in a space where it's a bunch of naked female bodies, like, you know how truly like godlike that kind of sphere is, and then the way that it's looked at and treated by society, how it's looked down upon, frowned upon, and treated like it's some dirty profession. And yet we're doing so much healing work, especially in a society of inept like men who don't know how to talk to women, don't know how to flirt, don't know how to respect anyone, don't know how to like don't actually give a fuck whether their penis goes in an actual vagina or chicken fucking cutlets. And to be disrespected and then whiplash like into like so much, treated like a god and like respected, like it literally feels like whiplash sometimes, the way that like you'll be so disrespected and then literally 5 minutes later like you're treated like a god by someone who doesn't have enough money to give you like what. It's crazy. And like you're literally receiving life force, life giving energy just by me sitting on you. Yeah, it's literally like social work for like it's literally healing social work, life healing social work that we're giving in these strip clubs. And yeah, just so you know.